Monsters are in the Eastern Conference Finals, unfortunately trailing Hershey 3-0 in the series. Game 4 tomorrow night at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. We're hoping for a Game 5 because if we get that, our own James Ellifritz will be down there covering. But what are we thinking? We're going to get a win tomorrow night so James can get out there on Saturday?
Nope.
Mr. Positivity.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I love the Monsters, and I think they're a great team. But for whatever
Positive
reason,
Paul.
Hey, whatever reason they're not being able to get past Hershey, and I think it's going to be a 4-game sweep, which is disappointing. I think a lot of it plays into the fact that the AHL schedule for the playoffs is 3 games, 5-game schedule up until now, and then you start a 7-game. Kind of like what Major League Baseball does with the ALDS versus the ALCS, and so on and so forth. I'm not a fan of that. I would rather... And we could be here all night if we talk about the AHL playoffs, because I think the fact that 90% of the damn league gets in now is very annoying. What's the point of playing if everybody's going to qualify for the postseason at that point? I think there's like 70% of each division is in. It's annoying. But you water down everything and you create this annoying situation where you get a 5 series and then a 5 series, and then you get to the actual opponents that are actually going to create you problems, and then you get obliterated in a 7-game series because you didn't have enough to handle a 7-game series. And I think that's ultimately what the Monsters' problem has been. And it's frustrating because we don't know what the Monsters are going to look like next year because of the turnover at the NHL level. GM Don Waddle taking over as president of the hockey operations general manager, and what was the other title? He's got like 3 bullshit titles. I say that with love as a hockey fan, but
I'll take one of those if it pays right.
They're all the same. He's got a shitload of power. There you go. That's what your title should be if you're in that position. I have a shitload of power. That's it. And we don't even know if Trent Vogelhuber, the head coach of the Monsters, is even going to come back. His name's actually been tied to college teams because he doesn't know if he has stability. And that's very disappointing because I think Vogelhuber has been one of the better coaches the Monsters have had in the last 15 or so years. The only one that I could argue against that maybe, I liked Madden when he was here. I thought he was a good coach. A lot of people hated him. It is what it is. I just want to see the Monsters rally back here because this team could be completely different next year.
Well, James, for your sake, I hope they pull it off tomorrow night and get you out there on Saturday and get another win.
Yeah, absolutely. The Monsters, they do a great job with their entertainment team, and I know the Cavs do too, but it's a great, inexpensive way to get out and celebrate pro sports. There's a lot of puckheads out there that really enjoy going to the games. It's a fun atmosphere. So if you've never been to a Monsters hockey game, you got to get down there. That's why I'm looking forward to get down there. Hopefully they get that win, cover it, bring more attention to the team and to the fans and the sport in Cleveland. Because we're not a really big hockey town, but there's a lot of loyalists that show up game in and game out there.
Actually, we are a hockey town. Like, our history of
NHL
goes... No, we're not NHL. But hockey in Cleveland is an institution that has gone back generations and generations, going back to the original Cleveland Barons. You've seen the banners hanging in the rafters. A lot of people put a lot of value and a lot of stock in those banners. It's like me with the 2016
why didn't they stay? Clarence,
Money.
You never drove down Lakewood and seen anybody playing on the frozen Lake Erie, right? Have you seen any pickup games?
Hockey, that's a Northern Ohio thing. I grew up in the Dayton area. It was not around down there. It was not around. That's a Northern Ohio type thing. Yeah, no. Do the hockey. That's all I can say. Do the hockey. All right.
I think next year they have the. No, I think next year there's the. I think the Blue Jackets are hosting a game at the Horseshoe.
They're trying to
one of the Winter Classics.
They're trying to break the record for the largest attended outdoor hockey game in history.
Hell yeah, it'd be great.
First hockey game outdoors in the history of the Columbus Blue Jackets, which has been going for about 25 years now. And literally every other team in the league has had at least 2 and the Blue Jackets hadn't had any up until this point. So it almost felt like we were being singled out from not getting the opportunity, even when the Blue Jackets were actually good and making the playoffs consistently. But circling back, keep in mind, the Monsters tickets are like $10 to get into a playoff game.
Yeah.
There is no other place on planet Earth where you're going to get the chance to go to a game 4 of a playoff anywhere for $10. So please, go see the Monsters. Go enjoy the game. And hell, just be as loud as you can, because we got to fear the depths